All right, music fans, welcome. Harmless Dave here on the Harmless Dave channel, talking about real music and doing it in somewhat real time for a few old geezers just like you. I'm kidding. Yeah, just like you and just like me. Hey, I included myself in the old geezer designation. Yesterday would have been Eddie Van Halen's 70th birthday. I'm going to talk about this briefly. Before I do, here's a band with a few Van Halen enzymes, Allocate and their album Heaven Tonight. I thought of these guys before I fired up the camera here to do this video. Um, Whitesnake, Deep Purple, 80s AOR, and some hard rock here and some medium hard rock. But it's hard rock well done. It's not too heavy though. It's the kind of stuff we grew up listening to in the 80s. It's not Motley Crue. Like I said, it's more Whitesnake, Van Halen, Deep Purple. And these guys are good. They've been around since the 80s, so they know how to make that kind of music. And there's not a lot of bands out there that are doing this really well. But anyway, check out Allocate. You might like it. You might not. You might say, I don't care. I get it. Either way, I get it. So I do care about the whole lack of a tribute to Eddie Van Halen. I've been saying this now for going on 5 years, folks. It'll be 5 years in October since Eddie left planet Earth. Yesterday would have been his 70th birthday. And some folks were posting things. You know, Neil Sean, I think, had a post about Ed and Wolfgang, obviously talking about his dad. Happy birthday, Pop. Love you. Miss you more than you could ever know. Sammy Hagar posted a tribute. Now, people are accusing Sammy Hagar lately of just being kind of a publicity whore. Hate to use that word, but it's the only word I can think of that would fit there. Um, when Al was out doing the book tour, Sammy's kind of waving, "Hey, what about me? What about me? I was important too. Hey, how come you didn't put me in your book?" Um, because he's mad at you. It appears that the brothers were both mad at you. Um, Maybe at the end, Ed definitely made up with Sammy. At least that's the story. But Sammy Hagar posted a tribute, said, "Happy 70th birthday, my brother, wherever you are." Oh, that's not encouraging. Wherever you are. Hopefully, he's not in a really hot place, right? I will miss you, and I love you too, and I love what we did together. Adding that he and Van Halen bassist Michael Anthony will keep it alive, uh, and that's it. Yeah, they'll keep it alive, and if Ed can hear them, I'm sure he's happy about that, right? Um, Anthony also posted a series of photos with Eddie with the message, "Happy heavenly birthday, Ed. Miss ya." Um, and then the article here sort of ends with Eddie passed away on October the 6th, 2020, at the age of 65 following a long battle with cancer. Yeah. So why hasn't there been? Seriously, I've asked this a number of times and people have their theories that Ed wasn't liked in the industry, and even though people thought he was a really good, one of the best ever guitar players, they just didn't like him. So why should they do a tribute? I mean, Taylor Hawkins, the drummer from the Foo Fighters, had two tributes, and Wolfgang played, I think, at both of them, right? Wolfgang Van Halen, because that's kind of his wheelhouse. That's the kind of music he likes. And he did a little tribute to his dad at a Foo Fighters concert. Do you think the fans at the Foo Fighters really appreciated that? I mean, you need to do a tribute concert and then you dedicate the money to Mr. Holland's Opus Foundation, because that's the charity I think that Ed supported, and it makes sense because they support music in schools, which is sorely lacking these days. We need to create some new musicians. We need some people coming through who can pick up the torch and carry it forward. There should be music education in schools. And so you do a tribute concert. You could even Make it into a fundraiser for California if you want, but I would focus on music education if you're ever going to do a tribute. But we're coming up on 5 years, and it appears that nobody wants to organize a tribute. And again, doesn't have to be the Van Halen family, right? It can be just musicians who really appreciated Eddie Van Halen. And then, if Sammy or Michael or Wolfie or even Al wants to show up, they can all be a part of it. I don't understand why there hasn't been anything. So again, just my 2 cents worth, maybe even 1 cent worth. I don't even know. It's just a bummer that there wasn't a tribute to Eddie Van Halen. Allocate and Heaven Tonight, one more time on this. A band from Sweden, courtesy of Pride and Joy Music. Hey, man, it rocks. It's cool. It's new. All right? It's not brand new anymore, but if you haven't heard of it, it's new. Okay? A lot of people are like, I'm just listening to the old stuff, Dave. You're old. I'm old. We're all getting old. Why should we listen to new stuff? I don't know. Just something to do, I guess. It's a slow day in the world of music, and so you might as well find something new to listen to. If you don't like it, you get a full refund. That's what I always tell people, because you're probably just going to stream this anyway. Although you might have to sit through some annoying commercials. Speaking of that, folks, if you can help me out here on YouTube, subscribe if you haven't done that already. Patreon, YouTube memberships, buy me a coffee. I'm trying this one more time. Like I said, Publix didn't want me, and Walmart says no. Sorry, we have too many people doing what you want to do. So here I am, still doing this, and yeah, this is what I do. I'm heading close to the retirement age. At some point, I'm just going to retire, and I'll do this part-time or something. Retiring from this. No, I love doing this, but I need people to watch the videos, and I have to build up my subscriber base just a little bit. All right, so if you can help me out anyway, any possible way, I would really appreciate that. If not, it's okay. It's okay. I mean, we just continue on, and maybe folks will like it, maybe they won't, and yeah, it's a lot easier when you're not stressed out about it. And believe it or not, I'm not really that stressed out about this. But thank you for those of you who are here and who continue to put up with me. And I will be back. So stay tuned.